Okay, this is part 3 of the Chapter 6 practice test for Algebra 1. Number 22 says to graph the system of linear inequalities, give 2 ordered pairs that are solutions and 2 that are not solutions. Let's just sketch a quick graph over here of what these two would look like. It looks like all 4 of the graphs are a little bit different from each other, so we could probably be able to tell just from sketching our quick graph what answer choice we should pick. Okay, let's see. The first equation says y is less than negative 3x plus 2. So if we come up to 2 as a y-intercept, and then our slope says negative 3, so we could come down 3 and to the right 1. This is not equal to, so we would draw a dotted line. And it tells us less than, so we would shade below for this one. Now for the other, we have y is greater than or equal to 4x minus 1. Negative 1 then is the y-intercept, and the slope is 4. We would go up 4 and to the right 1. This is equal to, so we would draw a solid line. And it says greater than or equal to, so this one we would shade above. And it appears that our overlapping area falls right in here on the left-hand side. So if we look at our options for the graph, it looks like A is a possibility. We have a double shaded region over here on the left with a couple of lines that look similar to ours. Over here we have the double shaded region on the right, so C is not correct. Graph B has the double shaded region in the top, so that is not correct. And graph D, this line is not one of the lines in our system. This line doesn't even look right. So it looks like the only option that makes any sense here then would be choice A. For number 23, we have 2 slopes that are the same and 2 y-intercepts that are different, which means we have 2 parallel lines. It looks like they're both solid, and it looks like from our answer choices we have all the same lines graphed, but the direction that's shaded is different for all 4. So that's what we need to sketch and decide on. We have our first line, y is greater than or equal to 2x plus 4. That's going to roughly look something like this if this were 4 up here. This is greater than, so we would shade above it. Our other line says y is less than or equal to 2x minus 2. So if down here is negative 2, we can sort of draw that line there. And this is less than, so we'll shade below it. So we need to find the answer choice. It has our 2 lines and then all of the area not between the 2 lines shaded, which means we actually have no solution to this system because there is no overlapping part. That's going to be option B for number 23. Finally, we have our short answer question that asks us to solve this system of equations by any method. Express your answer as an ordered pair and show all of your work. Now we've talked about 3 different methods for solving a system of equations. We've talked about graphing, we've talked about substitution, and we've talked about elimination. Graphing is really useful when we have both equations in y equals mx plus b form. That would be slope-intercept form. Substitution is useful most of the time when we have one variable that is already solved. And elimination is most useful when we have 2 equations that line up. And by that I mean the x's and then the y's and the equals and the numbers. It doesn't have to be in this order exactly, but they do have to line up exactly the same. And it appears that that is what we have here in this system. So I'm going to choose to use elimination. If you'd like to see a different method, please feel free to see your teacher on Monday in seminar. Now if we try to add these 2 equations together, to just eliminate one variable. This would give us 4x, this would give us 2y, and neither variable would be eliminated. Even switching the signs isn't going to help us here. If we switch our signs, we have 2x and 6y, so that doesn't help. But we could eliminate the y variable by multiplying this bottom equation by 2. That would give us 2x minus 4y equals 48. And up here, this equation, I'll just rewrite it down here. We have 3x plus 4y equals negative 8. Now if you'll notice, if we were to add these two equations together, we would have negative 4y plus 4y, and that is canceled out. 2x plus 3x is 5x. 48 minus 8 is 40. And dividing both sides by 5 gives us x equals 8. We can then take our newfound value for x and substitute it into either equation that we'd like. If I put 3x, so 3 times 8 plus 4y equals negative 8. 3 times 8 is 24. We then subtract 24. And that would leave us with 4y equals negative 32. And dividing by 4, we have y equals negative 8. It says to express our answer as an ordered pair, so we need x comma y. That would be 8, negative 8. And that would be the solution. This concludes a workthrough on the Chapter 6 practice test. If you have any additional questions, please be sure to ask them before the test. Thanks.